Episode 69. Soissons neuf. I like this energy. It's a crazy.
Yeah, it's good. I like this energy. Yeah.
Rap freestyle, go.
No. I got a blood diamond. I'm from Sierra Leone.
Zamas.
To understand the Zama, you have to understand the historical context. South Africa has over 6,000 abandoned mines.
Zamas cost the South African economy 7 billion rand a year.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that the Zamas don't work for the ANC.
No. I'm gonna get cancelled again.
No.
We have breaking news. I'm toasted.
Aye, and welcome back to Kids Eat Toast Sometimes.
Episode 69. Soissons neuf. 69. The numerical love number. The number the fat kid on your sports team has on his back.
There we go.
It's always a fatty.
Javo.
And he's usually funny,
Yeah.
but not of much use to your team's success. But some would say he's integral to the success.
Yes.
The laughs, the extra food,
Yeah.
all the ice bites his mom brings. We need him. So
We do need him.
Oranges were the best, I think, instead
this
of ice
Pompey
bites.
hasn't seen a piece of fruit since he was 4. He's allergic to oranges. What flavor is this? Yuck. So there we go. 1 minute in and I'm already attacking.
There we go.
I'm attacking the hefties.
I've been looking forward to episode 69, just for this very moment.
Overrated or underrated, Jaden? 69 as a number.
Plead the fifth.
Plead the...
60 as a number. Ooh. Underrated.
You're supposed to be a lawyer.
Well, underrated. 69.
I evoke my Fifth Amendment.
Yeah. If you can just hear Jaden's voice, he's been choked like a chicken by Rocking the Daisies.
I have.
He's
What a time to be alive.
the poster boy for laryngitis. Bear with
Or
us.
maybe for strepsils.
Maybe. Sponsor us.
That's one I won't take.
Strepsils. I'll take strepsils
How about
anytime.
Med Lemon?
No, I hate Med Lemon.
Really?
Disgusting.
enjoy it.
That stuff's overrated. It doesn't work.
No, it's just like sugar.
Yeah.
Sugary. Ooh, I'm
Yeah,
excited. I'm excited about being sick.
But yes,
What a time though.
Jaden's back from Rocking the Daisies. How did you find it? I'm very jealous.
It was good. To be honest, I think the music was worse than last year, music-wise, but the vibes always 10 out of 10.
It's a tough event though, because
It is.
It always gets judged based on last year.
Yeah.
So no one meets a human being and judges them on last year. So you're not with your friend and you think about them better in 2022.
But
You had depression this year. What was wrong with you?
Imagine
But-
giving your friend reviews at the end of the year.
You
should.
Not as good as 2022.
on a Google
huh?
Doc.
Yeah.
Send out the Google Doc in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah. Instead of Spotify Wrapped, and you get
Yeah.
Friend Wrapped,
I love
and you
that.
say hours spent together. Oof.
We need to improve.
Hour and a half.
Time to respond to WhatsApp messages. Double last year.
If you are WhatsApping me, I want you to expect more of a postal system. So I will get back to it.
I think 2
In the
to
month.
3 working days. I think is.
Yo, that's long.
What postal system have you experienced in South Africa? What's going on there? I like this energy. It's a crazy.
Yeah, it's good. I like this energy. Yeah.
Okay, but we
I'm going to drop off at the 10-minute mark.
we've had our second coffee. We are buzzing. But you were saying that it was not as good as last year.
So
We still enjoyed it.
yeah, the weather was way better. It wasn't windy. It was perfect. Very, very good. Yeah, but like I said, the vibes will always be good if your friends are with. So that's why I don't like people when they say, the lineup this is not great. I'm not going to Daisies. Because the main...
It's more your friend lineup that's not great.
Yeah, essentially. So the headliners will only perform maybe 3-4 hours out of the whole weekend. Then what you're going to do for the rest of the weekend. So I feel like if you just have 4, 5, 6 friends that you really enjoy, chilling with, you have some money that you can maybe, buy a drink, buy food, whatever. Go to this DJ, go to that DJ, dance. I feel like you'll have a good Daisies experience.
Yeah, you can't go to Daisy's without money though as well.
No.
How did you get there?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing here? Just bumming petrol on the way up. As
No,
well.
but Daisies, as per usual, will always be good.
And you don't drink.
I don't. So that,
Yo,
I don't understand why my voice is gone.
Jaden sent us this video on Saturday night. And I promise you, it sounded like you were 6 beers in. Honestly, it was incredible.
Honestly, I just drank Red Bull, water, and I think I had maybe a spa letter.
Yeah.
That's all.
Just
I
high on
don't
life,
drink.
brother. High on life.
And my voice is gone.
Okay, well, you also, unbeknownst to us, you started doing interviews.
I did.
And here's one of them.
I'm here with a big fan of the podcast. What do you think about today's experience so far? My Daisies? Yeah, Daisies.
I think it's been fantastic. I think we've set up the experience quite well.
Yeah.
We came in, no expectations.
Good,
the,
man.
the team knew what was expected.
Good.
We came out and we knew what was expected of us.
Yeah.
We came out with a strong mindset. Yeah, strong mindset.
Good.
We came out with a desire.
So it's safe to say he had some
Yeah, that's
unfulfilled expectations.
That's my good friend Dylan Dean. Shout out Dylan. But
Shout
yeah, he
out.
really enjoyed. He's always a trooper.
Yes. If
I
we can
love
learn
that.
anything from Dylan is expect the unexpected.
And have a lot of expectations.
Well, but he also had something to say about the KETS podcast
We knew what the opponents are going to bring at us.
and his opponents.
Yeah.
Stood our ground.
Him and Stormzy have
On a
ops.
scale of 1 to 10, Dean, what do you think about Kitito sometimes?
Now, Kijito sometimes world class. I think it's only growing and there's better things on the way. I think from what I've experienced so far, it's only good things. The podcast is one of the best in the Cape.
Not South Africa, just the Cape.
Look, for now, I don't...
That's enough.
That's all, Dylan. Get out of here.
Dylan saw the tafels gegeten and he wanted safe passage
Yeah,
through the
Dylan,
region.
oh,
The best in the
man.
Cape. I quite
Best
like
in the
that. It
Cape.
could be our new tagline.
Well, no,
Best
he
in the
first, he first told us we were world class, which implies that you can do it on a global stage.
And then-
That very doubled down to the
then
Cape,
it got
class.
into cap exit.
You're the best in Kenilworth. Thanks. What's his name? Dylan.
Dylan Dean.
What a guy.
Thanks,
What a guy.
Dylan.
Thanks,
What a
Dylan.
guy. What an interview.
Thank you.
I think we get you on the street more often. Doing some, you're a man of the people.
I like to think so.
You like to. Chloe can't do street interviews.
Yo,
She's
they're
one of the
so
worst
bad.
I've come across.
I think out of the 3 times we've done them, I've cried on 2 of them.
Why?
Obviously off camera.
She interviewed me at Okia. I think
That
it
was
good.
fun, but I'd
Yeah.
taken an anti-anxiety pill before that. Like, no joke.
And then her
Just
face,
popped
her
a
face,
Xanax.
her face starts to kind of like, was it a Xanax? Chloe, we don't endorse drug use on the pod.
It wasn't a Xanax, but it was like an equivalent. And
yeah.
I prescribed them, okay? Don't come for me.
All right.
But
Had me out
yeah, it
like a
ended up in...
light. But
yeah.
no, that's
Oh, my word.
fantastic. My Daisy's experience, I've only gone once and I won. I was never to be repeated. I woke
One
up
and
in
done.
Good.
Yeah, I woke up in a dustbin, pretended that I'd taken drugs because someone said it was a THC vape. And then I thought I was high, but I was just drunk. It was just a normal vape. And then I couldn't remember anything. So everything was told back to me.
Okay.
Not a good time. All the musical acts.
Yeah.
Black, also known to my fellow whites as 6 lakh.
Yeah.
Can't remember a single second. Good time though, but I'm not
That's the
going.
best
I'm
time.
not going again. I'm allergic to it. I'm allergic to the Daisy. Blackout drunk.
The Daisy.
I can't imagine sleeping in a dustbin though. Was
You
it like,
sleep in
was
the
it
dustbin
head
or you just sit in the
first? Was it
dustbin?
head first or were you
I
like...
was bumming legs out.
Okay, and
Were
then
you
your 2
sleeping
legs
then?
out.
I was out.
Or just chilling.
No, I was out.
And was the dustbin upright or on its side?
No, I wasn't a hermit crab.
You
I
were
was
sitting like-
I was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not good. Everyone was very.
I've seen that
I think
picture.
I think that's rock bottom.
No, trust me.
Experience is just going in his mind.
I'll
He's like,
prove you
"No,
wrong.
It's been worse than that before.
Have you ever gone to a festival, Chloe?
Never.
Shut your
Never.
mouth.
Never. Yeah.
Wow.
Boring.
Nah. I feel like that's just... Well, I don't drink, so I feel like... You know,
Yeah.
it could be...
I don't drink
seen
anymore
similar.
either. That's what it is.
I think you should try daisies, Chloe. Honestly, I think...
do?
Yeah, just try daisies. Take him with.
I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
do
yeah.
it. Like I
We
said.
can glamp.
No, don't.
Yes, I want to glamp. I'll do it then. Glamping or dustbin, there's no in between.
Dustbin.
I saw that some people got kicked out of it. They paid something like 16,000 rand for a tent,
On
or like,
TikTok, yeah.
but it was like a fancy tent. Like it wasn't like a regular tent.
I
And they
stand to be corrected before you guys come. But I think 16,000 rand is the most, like that's the highest form
Yeah.
of camping. And there was like some confusion. I also saw on TikTok, I'm
Yeah.
not too sure about the story. But you had to pay 16,000 rand to glamp. I think that's quite nuts,
Yeah.
personally.
But then they
I
got
would do
kicked
that.
out because the artist needed somewhere to stay or something like that.
Yeah, so then she obviously posted on TikTok and she was swearing and if Daisy's this, if Daisy's that. And then they commented at Daisy's to obviously make the manager aware of the fact. And then, so the manager came by and sorted it out and I think she had a place to sleep. But yeah, she was very, very upset.
I
You
would
could
be
see
too.
visually. She was
Yeah.
crying and
Imagine
stuff.
paying
Yeah.
16.
Spend
That's like your
16
rent.
grand.
16,000 rand.
To sleep in a tent for 2 days. No.
Yes,
Yeah.
you get the homeless Buitengracht experience for 16K a month. That's crazy. That's crazy.
All right. I think we can move on to some reviews. We've gotten a 4-star review. We said we wouldn't read 4-star reviews, but this one was tough. Okay. So, Jaden, have you gone through the reviews for the podcast? First time hearing this. Okay. 4-star review. Second favorite local podcast. This is from Durbanite in Cape Town. He says, started seeing KETS clips on my TikTok a while back and decided to look for the full show. Pros, Chloe's hot. Cons, Sam is a bit dwarf sometimes. Overall, great show. Keep it up, guys.
That is a conflicted individual.
I'm not even in it.
I mean, come on, you've been on a couple episodes. Check your ego. Check your ego at the door.
At least I'm not in it. That's a positive.
But the thing is, I'm an intellectual giant, so I don't understand this. I get Chloe's hot.
Do you like this,
objectively.
Chloe? Do you like the comments?
Yeah, I like that.
No. Classic woman. Classic woman.
I just turned off after the rest of it.
No, but that's at least you got 4 stars.
Second favorite local podcast. That's ouch.
What's top? Probably like Mac G or something.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if it's anyone else, that's not fine. But anyway, it really got me feeling like I was a loser.
Did
Someone
it?
on TikTok also called me a loser. They said, this guy's a loser. So irrelevant. Jesus, that's a bit much. What happened to hairy guy?
Chewbacca.
Yeah, so it got me thinking, what is a loser? And, oh, there's my phone.
Oopsies.
There's my phone. There's my employer. There's my employer. Shut up, you. Anyway, so a loser is a person or thing that loses or has lost something, especially a game or contest. So it got me thinking. The rest of this team do nothing. But so it got me thinking.
About that.
Oh no, I didn't even write this part.
Ew. Get off. It's just
Get
in my
off.
shows now.
So artists who have never won a Grammy, leading the list of losers or nearly winners, Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Doggy Dog.
That's why he gave up smoking. He's focusing on that Grammy.
He hasn't given up smoking. It was a thing.
Was it a hoax?
A hoax.
But my
I saw it on
Yeah,
Instagram.
he keeps people employed with those blunt rollers.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Snoop Dogg 16, Katy Perry 13, Diana Ross has won a lifetime achievement but no Grammy. ABBA, that's surprising.
That's very surprising.
Wow, white people are going to be rioting in the streets.
Mamma mia. That was my cringe moment from the podcast. That was on purpose.
I guarantee you there will be more. Nicki Minaj 10, Queen 4, and J-Lo. When I look into your eyes, it's over. You got me hooked with your love controller.
Jenny from
I'm
the block.
dripping and I cannot get over. Got me hooked with your... Okay. I'm into you.
Wow.
Cringe.
That's really... I can't believe that Katy Perry's never won a Grammy.
I know.
She's had, I mean, California.
Because she worked with Snoop Dogg, so they're obviously on a no-fly list. Queen also is surprising, but the most for me there's ABBA.
ABBA, yeah.
You'd think that...
And Ross.
I wonder when
But you said she got a lifetime achievement, so
But that's like an honorary degree.
that's true.
You know what I mean? It's like
That's true.
But she's a legend.
They know you dumb.
As most
when they
of
give
them
you
are.
the honorary degree. You can't do it.
But I think Queen hasn't like been together as a band for quite some time. Like when they were popping.
Yeah,
They
I
were
was...
really together for long.
I was seeing, so the Grammy started in 1959. So I don't know when ABBA...
Yo.
They were in the 50s.
It was
No,
old.
when ABBA stopped. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I'm going to say 80s, early 90s. I don't know. I'm talking out my nought.
Yeah, maybe, probably.
Let's go ABBA last album.
I thought it was like maybe ABBA
I said
was in
ABBA
like the
stopped.
60s and then they weren't that big. You know, when the Grammys started, that's why they didn't get
What
a
did
Grammy.
I say? 80s, early 90s. Come
yeah,
on.
bro, that's way too...
They've released the album in 2021.
Yeah, obviously, they're still alive. When did ABBA start? Okay.
Mamma mia.
They started in 1972, never mind.
Exactly. What did I say? 80s? No,
Yeah, but
I'm old. But now it also got me thinking, who is the biggest loser that you know? Or no, biggest loser
we know.
in history. For
Okay.
me, the biggest loser's got to be Louis the 16th.
Who's that?
He lost his head. Modern day, you think of King Louis. You think of the guillotine getting choked out.
Wait, did he invent that all?
No, he got done by it.
Oh, okay.
Imagine getting done by your own invention.
I mean, I don't think he invented it. It was Eduardo Guillotine who came up with it.
You just make up this. You
Eli.
made up that person.
I'm pretty sure the person who invented the guillotine's name was Guillotine.
No,
Let's go.
let's go.
Jaden, pull it up. Pull it up. I'm going to go 2 from 2 early doors.
Eduardo Guillotine. I feel like his name probably was Charles.
Louis.
Antoine Louis, physiologist, not the king.
Antoine.
There can be many people Louis. So anyway.
Antoine Louis the 16th.
I think that's pretty big in terms. He also lost the throne when his head went, obviously. And then his wife as well.
Is that Louis Marie Antoinette Louis?
I believe so. Let them eat cake. You're dead now.
Yeah, I remember that in school.
So, or my other biggest loser, I couldn't decide between the beheaded and Hillary Clinton.
Because that definitely ended in losing like Hillary Clinton.
Well, losing to the Donald.
Yeah,
that is a pretty big one.
Apparently, Trump didn't even have. They had to start scrambling to put party decorations in place because they didn't think they were going to win.
Oh, for the victory parade and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. She.
Wow.
And all those videos. Then the first female president of America, Donald Trump. TikTok edit. Anyway, so yeah, Chloe, your biggest loser?
I'm gonna have to say Lando Norris.
Oh my god!
I just watched him.
How is that a loser?
He just keeps going for it, and he just never has won. And it's sad to watch. It is.
Well,
I feel bad for him.
If you're an F1 driver, you've won. Have you seen some of the wags? And have you seen how ugly Nicholas Latifi is?
Now that's just rude and uncalled for.
He's Canadian. He'll forgive me.
It's all right, Sammy.
But Lando, of all time, Lando Norris.
It's just the first person who came to mind. I thought loser, and I just thought Lando. Poor Lando. Yeah.
Can he be true? Fair. Can he be true?
Jaden, who's yours?
Samsung. God, let me read the definition of a loser again.
No, listen. This is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Whatever Samsung does, it can be generational, but they will always be inferior to Apple. They will never win.
They'll always be the Android.
They will always be the Android. If you can have the best Samsung on earth, and then it's like Apple comes out to this phone and more people buy Apple just because of, I don't know, consumerism.
Like a Samsung phone.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm about to shut your mouths up, yeah. Market summary of Samsung Electronics, 482 trillion. Apple worth 2.98 trillion.
So
Get your head out the
but the thing is,
Jaden.
but the thing is, like
living in the Matrix.
Will you buy Apple or a Samsung phone? Just answer the question.
I'm rich, and iPhone.
That's what I'm saying. So Samsung can have a way better phone than an Apple, and some phones probably are, like the camera and all that sort of stuff. But you will still go for an Apple. You'll still go for AirPods. You'll still go for
tiny
like
market share.
No, but
That's what I'm saying.
I also think that Samsung's net worth is larger because they make more products.
Yeah. And Apple
Like I don't see Apple making a fridge, but that Samsung fridge
and a
sings to
microwave
you.
and a washing machine.
Numbers don't lie.
Bom, bom, bom.
But Samsung loses.
It's not enough.
I agree. The perception is that, and that's what's brilliant about Apple, is that they're marketing geniuses. The perception is, it's wealthy. But everyone knows that this phone does not perform well as a Samsung.
Yeah.
I know that objectively. But the Samsung, I have to go and play around with. I'm not interested in that.
Exactly.
I'm not interested. I'm not a weirdo. Exactly. So, but
that's why I say Samsung. They'll always be inferior.
I win that round. You guys are losers. But the opposite of losing is winning.
Don't say.
People often say, what is winning? Well, it's something you do when you're not losing. So Sierra Leone, that is a country of winners.
Money.
Because we climb in the charts. We're still there. We're on the podium. The number 3 comedy interview.
Upper one.
People hate to see it, not me.
One.
And it got me thinking, let's shed some light on Sierra Leone.
Let's check the flag.
I like this continuity.
And the biggest thing coming out of Sierra Leone is Blood Diamond, the film. And so I thought, let's investigate the storyline.
What a flag.
Okay. And Blood Diamond, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, is a story following Archer, a man tortured by his roots. With a strong survival instinct, he has made himself a key player in the business of conflict diamonds. Political unrest is rampant in Sierra Leone, shout out, as people fight tooth for tooth. Upon meeting Solomon and the beautiful Maddie, Archer's life changes forever as he's given a chance to make peace with the war around him.
Wow.
So another classic film about Africa centered around a white man's experience. So this has nothing to do with Sierra Leone and more to do with Archer.
Yeah, more to do
AKA
with Leo.
Big DiCaprio.
Yeah.
And he must accept the war around him. He's not going to do anything about it.
That's the phone ringing.
Yeah.
Sierra Leone calling. Do I want to become an honorary member of society?
You do?
Of course I do. Just me, not Chloë and Jaden, because they don't understand the concept of a loser. Okay. All right.
It's just against us today, Chloe, dog. I don't know
I know.
See you later.
You know what I've
Bye.
seen that's pretty popular is a lot of women saying that they don't want diamond rings now because you can't say for sure whether a diamond is or isn't a blood diamond. So everyone's going for like moissanite, or I think that there's another alternative.
What is a blood diamond?
So I always thought a blood diamond was someone died to get the diamond.
I thought it was just
I
there.
mean, kind of.
No,
It's
well,
in war zones.
No, but I meant like the miner died, or the mining conditions were bad. Like so, 10 people die for one of these
gems.
diamonds to come
Okay.
up. But a blood diamond are named as such because they are mined in war zones and sold to finance armed conflict. So the diamonds keep the war going, hence them being blood diamonds.
Dirty.
Okay.
Yes.
I
So they
understand.
they result in the death and displacement of thousands of people, and have culminated in a film with a 8 out of 10 IMDb rating. So not all bad. Not all blood diamonds are bad diamonds. All right.
What a way to raise awareness. I wonder how much of that those
that's
earnings went to.
That's interesting. I never knew that.
Would you rock a blood diamond?
No.
I would.
No, I don't think I would. But the thing is,
someone's got to source these conflicts.
I would, but if it's like to my knowledge, I wouldn't.
But then it's not a blood diamond. I'm saying you know.
Yo, I think there's like
But it's a
routine.
That's true. I feel like it's just got bad,
bad
energy.
vibes, bad.
What if it was an infinity stone and you could bring back dead people? How much time do we have there before the break, Chloe?
6 minutes.
6 minutes.
Keep chatting.
Let's
Mate,
just chat.
Just chat amongst ourselves now.
It's freestyle.
No.
I'm joking.
I got a blood diamond. I'm from Sierra Leone.
Freestyle, the rap freestyle, just chat.
Okay. Rap freestyle. Go.
No, I can't do it. I
You can't
I tried.
What a
Okay.
loser. God, freestyle.
That was kind of cringe.
Yeah.
You said it a rap, yeah.
Yeah, you said it. You said it.
Yeah.
But oh well, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
We-
I would like to take this opportunity.
Okay.
We always say we must promote the merch. We've got merch in
We
production.
forgot to promote them.
We're just wearing it, but we
We
haven't.
just kept chatting.
And YouTube tells me people say goodbye halfway through. We're halfway through. They get on with their lives.
Guys, it's us. Don't leave.
they leave
You
halfway
have something
through?
to say.
Okay, if you're still here at the halfway mark, just
Thank
type
you.
halfway.
You get a free shirt.
No, you don't. Jaden can pay for it. But we've got merch being made, high quality stuff, active wear, because again, you don't want to have the number 69 on your back. You want to be fit. You want to be going to gym. You want a good, healthy life. That's. People ask me what's KETS about. Politics, making people. No, it's about healthy living. And
As
if
of
that
a
message,
week ago.
if that message hasn't come through, I'm sorry, but you chat to the directors.
Yeah.
They write some shitty scripts.
Sure.
Yo.
It's a bit rude. But back to the merch. We
Merch
will have the link we have a pre-order form that we'll have linked down below in the description, and you can just go and fill that in. We've got these in small to extra large, and they're sized unisex. And I'll get up and you can see what
Nice.
they look like. Very nice. Very, very nice.
Very good, very nice.
Very good.
Very nice.
Yeah.
We will be back with our main story after this.
Zamas.
Oh, you got to tell them we're back, otherwise it doesn't make sense.
Okay. We're back. Zamas.
What is Zama?
They had the timing of Tempa Pavuma.
Now, we wanted to chat about Zamas today. We were starting to talk a little bit about blood diamonds.
Mining, all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
But Zamas have been coming up in the news recently.
Big time.
Cyril has sent out something like 3,000 soldiers to try and combat them. But up until about 3 weeks ago, I had no idea what a Zama was. I remember we recorded an episode and I was like, what is that? And we chatted a bit about it. So if you also don't know what a Zama Zama is, it's an isiZulu term translating to those who try to get something from nothing or take a chance. So chances. And they basically come out because there was a lot of mines in South Africa. Obviously, we had the boom of gold mining.
Igoli.
And then...
The big hole.
And then it was not good. And then a lot of mines just got closed down. There was a big economic recession, and that left a lot of mines that were closed but kind of still open. So there's now been a lot of illegal miners called Zamas, and they go down into these shafts. It's very, very dangerous. But they go and source that gold, and it's become a whole economy where there are thousands of these illegal miners who go down and extract the gold.
Yes, but to understand the Zama, you have to understand the historical context of mining. Because without mining, who knows where we are? So the discovery of gold, of course, everyone knows this, takes place in the 1880s.
Everyone knows that.
Tatted on your back. You just know that happened. Then the formation, I hope these facts are right because I didn't write this.
Oh, but you're the only one who writes a script, so yeah. You must choose.
Then we have the formation of the Union of South Africa in 1910. Leads to a rapid growth of the South African mining industry. 1911 to 1951, the Troubles. Not the Irish Troubles, which is another thing. But, world wars, slow rate of growth, all that sort of stuff. But, 1950 to 1970, despite being not a great time, apartheid and all, business was booming for mines. All right?
Gold, baby.
Peak of gold mining. And then we lead to the eventual gradual collapse. I wouldn't say a complete collapse, but certainly not the heyday, of course. The global gold price collapsed in 1989 from 900 USD per ounce to about 300. $600 will go a long way.
That's no good.
So,
especially that time,
we also had lots of boycotts around apartheid gold, all that sort of stuff. And so it started to decline. This is where we start to see the emergence of the Zama.
So the Zamas haven't been just a recent thing. They've been, back then, just the emergence now of more and more and more.
I think that they emerged when the mines started to collapse. Obviously, pre-1970 or after 1970, when the mines were booming, they wouldn't have have been a need for them. So it is pretty recent,
So South Africa has over 6,000 abandoned mines.
Sure.
So
crazy. Huh?
That's and again, Soldiers of the Rock, made by AFTA. My dad played a big role in that film. If you go check that out.
That's it. That's why we brought it up.
It's about mining. I watched it when I was a young kid. These miners brutally murder each other in a mine shaft.
Yeah.
I think I was too young when I watched that.
Yeah. So is it just,
unpack that.
Is it just gold, or is it like any other?
No, across the board. Across the board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Across the board.
I do think that it makes sense why the mines collapsed, because a lot of apartheid was set up to provide cheap labor for the mines. So with apartheid ending, I think it was expected that the mining industry would collapse.
Well, I don't think the mining industry has collapsed. It's still a massive. South Africa's middle order collapses when we bat, but we still play international fixtures. It's in the same way. I think that is, mining is still
fair.
Mineral resources, natural resources, human resources. It's just South Africa's big into resources. So, but the recent news is that the Zamas are like now lawless, and there's a sub economy that takes place in the mine, and so it's very dangerous.
Okay,
basically, so it's like Cyril has announced that 3,300 soldiers would help the police over the next 6 months. But there's some crazy stories about like police helicopters flying in, getting shot down or getting shot at with machine guns, and them shoot. It's like Blood Diamond. Great film.
But why would they shoot at the police? Obviously because they want to be.
This is our mine now.
Sure.
And then apparently someone must say
Captain Phillips.
The police are on our payroll.
Well,
like
that's usual.
Yeah.
You don't need to chat too much about the Cape Flats to hear about who supplies the guns. But we're not ready for that. I'm not ready for that.
Me neither.
I don't know enough about it.
And an interesting fact is that Zamas cost the South African economy 7 billion rand a year.
How is that possible?
Because of lost resources.
But no one's getting those
resources to
resources.
stop them.
I think that it's massive police resources, and then there's also still gold underground that is now being moved. It's not like, anyone can come in there and take the gold. We're not using it anymore. Like these mines still might be closed down. It doesn't mean it's a free fall. Yeah. And if you think about if Zamas are supplying gold, the supply is still big. So other gold suppliers also have competition. So,
Legal competition,
yeah.
It's very interesting.
So what's the government doing, to combat this? Because I mean, like 7 billion rand.
Yeah, you think they'd want to eat that money? I'm not convinced that the Zamas don't work for the ANC.
Please vote. No, but that's crazy.
Money.
Yeah.
So the mining in general is very dangerous. Now, sort of informal mining, you can only imagine. But there are also turf wars for these mines.
So these are my 3 mines, and you can't mine here and stuff like that.
Yeah. So in 2014, a rival gang stole gold and trapped up to 200 Zamas by blocking the exits of an illegal mine. Some were saved by rescuers, but untold numbers died. So that's crazy. And again, it caused barely a ripple of outrage.
But that's the game.
Exactly,
If Zamas are fighting against Zamas, I feel like you can't, well, it's naive and insensitive of me, but I mean, if they're fighting against one another, then I mean that's what you got into at the beginning of it. Obviously, I don't want people to die, but I mean, you can't say...
No, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, it's very dangerous to even get involved.
It's like a poacher gets eaten by a lion. It's like...
It's the game.
Game's the game.
It's a possibility, you know what I mean?
You roll those dice.
I'm going to get cancelled again.
No. The Zamas are going to come trap you in your house. Check for gold underneath there.
Yeah. I also think that xenophobia has a massive part in it, because a lot of these Zamas are not South African. Okay. So I think it's also like, in a way... the media sort of sees as their lives mattering less, which is very, very sad. Again, like
I hear that point, but I also go, it's a bit, if it's an illegal activity, then I feel like it's not that it's not xenophobic, but you can understand, say, a community's frustration with this going on.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, lots of towns have been created around mines, and those towns still exist. So now you've got all of this illegal activity going on, and you live
syndicates and stuff.
That's the thing. It's like you're not upset because someone's Nigerian. You're upset because they're selling drugs to the community. They're first a drug dealer, then Nigerian. They're not he's not like, I'm Nigerian. Flip, that means I have to wake up and sell drugs. Oh gosh, I wish I was from Zimbabwe.
But can you blame the Zamas for doing what they're doing? I'm not saying the illegal activity of selling drugs in the syndicates, but can you blame them for trying to come into South Africa and trying to make a living and trying to steal? Because I mean, they have nothing. You know what I mean?
I suppose that's the age-old equation. Like, the guy's only robbing you because he has nothing, or that sort of stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
It's also like it goes to the ownership of the mines. Who does the land belong to, really?
But some of the crazy stats of the Zama economy is that, like, the very successful ones can make up to 40,000 rand a month, which is crazy. But even crazier is that a single KFC bucket bought above ground, obviously, for somewhere in the region of 280 rand can fetch 10,000 rand underground. And a streetwise 2 can fetch you up to $1,000.
No, why are we ordering KFC?
Well, the Uber...
Inflation.
The Uber driver can barely find your front door in a flat. Now he must go underground.
Can you actually imagine an Uber Eats driver going down to the mines? Holy shit. And that thing is cold as well. Like, that's not a good Google review.
And if you get a little miso horny, the cost of a sex worker can fetch up to 20,000 rand an hour. Might be time to switch and save.
That's half of your salary gone in an hour.
Creature comforts.
Yeah.
I do think that is absolutely ridiculous, but it makes sense. I mean, so you're making this maybe like quite a good salary, but you're living in pitch black and paying 10,000 rand for some KFC.
Crazy time.
Come on.
20,000 rand for some good times there.
But Zama Top Dog told Vice that the process works pretty smoothly. It's a well-oiled machine, and when it comes to bribing corrupt police officials to stay off their tails, it takes them about 15,000 rand a month. They're on our payroll. Happy days. He didn't say happy days. I added that.
Yeah, but you're 15,000.
15,000 to not chase someone
nothing
into a
but a
mine with a
number.
gun. Sounds like good money to
Will
me.
you do it?
Would
Yeah.
you
Think
do
again.
it?
Yeah.
Wowie.
Have either of you ever been down into a mine?
I've been in the Kango caves. It's underground.
That's not a mine. No, it's a cave.
So no.
It's a cave though. Close enough.
Yes.
Have you?
No, I haven't. Where did you
Mine?
go?
I've been down in a mine. No,
20,000 rand a month?
Where do you think all this money comes
Where
from?
do you think these cameras come from?
Thanks,
A trip to
Zama.
Welcome.
We love it.
Welcome,
This episode was actually sponsored by the Zamas.
And this
Yeah, we actually
Yeah.
haven't really spoken too negatively about them.
Yeah. Drink Zamalek. No.
Great.
Cringe. well, how the
Look who we have at the
turntables.
Queen Station.
You get out of here.
Please give me another chance. Oh, well.
Jaden, you were also telling us about that there's been a robbery that went on. Speaking of stuff that's being stolen, tell
What's
us.
new? What's new in South Africa?
What's new?
So for those of you who don't know, oopsie, the SARU headquarters in Plattekloof, so for those of you who don't know, SARU, South African Rugby Union, was robbed recently just after the whole victory parade. And yeah, a couple of stand-up guys dressed very, very well.
They were dressed well,
They were
hey?
dressed very well if you watch the video. Broke into the head office in Plattekloof area where the replica of the Webb Ellis trophy is kept. So obviously we can't really take the original home with us. We get a replica so we can keep the World Cup.
They know what's happening.
And yeah, so luckily they didn't take the trophy, but 5 signed Springbok jerseys were taken, whiskey, and 8 laptops. But it was they robbed 2 buildings in the same complex. So yeah, they took other stuff from another company. But yeah, it's crazy that they will break into South Africa's headquarters of rugby and just take Springbok jerseys and whiskey and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they were Samsung laptops, not Apple laptops. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
One would hope.
Easier to steal maybe
Apparently
a
they
Samsung.
stole 60 laptops from the other company, which I
Okay,
feel is
yeah.
worse.
60?
60,
All
60.
combined.
Jesus.
Yeah. How do they even know?
But also, I mean, sometimes my laptop bag, right? Like, it's heavy.
Yeah.
And now 60 laptops. I mean, what? Plus everything else that they stole.
These criminals should play for the Springboks.
Yeah.
Let's put them through a fitness test.
But just if you watch the video, it's like they're so smooth and they're not like rushed. They're walking, they're chilling. Okay, I'll take this, I'll touch that. Blah, blah, blah. So I feel like obviously it's maybe an inside job.
Do you think so?
Well, they knew exactly what to take.
And the alarm didn't go off. Where's the security guard?
But that's also like normal people think like robbing a place is like shoving things into a
movie
bag.
stuff.
Where's the
Yeah,
money?
yeah.
Where's the money? T-minus 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Where's the money? They're on us. Pa, pa. I'm taking it all. Shot my accomplices if you're just listening. But the thing is that like, if you even watch CCTV footage of like your apartment getting broken into, these guys don't give a fuck.
If they get caught, It's like, nah, I'm just chilling here.
They don't give
I'm just
a
chilling here.
fuck.
But why would they take signed Springbok jerseys? Like what?
Money.
Who are they going to sell it to?
Well, Springbok fans.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't you buy one?
Oh, no.
These are almost like a blood diamond jersey.
Yeah.
Would you want a corrupt signed jersey? Yes, I would.
funny.
One signed by Sia after they won the World Cup. Please, come on, guys. Let's be honest.
Yeah. But no, it's crazy.
It is. Yeah. Someone said that this reminds me of Leon Schuster's Pay Back the Money movie, where these 2 bumbling robbers steal the curry cup. They were probably looking for the cup. I think it happens more than you would think. Like, I mean, I'm sure that they went in there probably looking for the.
Do you think they would have stolen the?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
It
Why
sounds
wouldn't
like
you?
they were far more interested in the laptops.
Yeah.
But imagine stealing even the replica must be.
How do you
it's
sell
not
the
just
replica?
plastic.
That's
You
my
can't.
thing. How do you sell
The black market.
the World Cup?
There's a market for everything. How do you think that you sell like elephant tusks?
Because it gives wealthy people in the East erections. Science. Yeah, aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds proper, so I'm going to believe it.
Yeah.
I have about a milligram of elephant tusk in the morning.
But it's,
Boing, oing, oing.
but it really got me thinking, like, who would actually buy a World Cup, like the trophy? So I did my research.
Okay.
As I maybe didn't do so often in the last podcast. But anyway, it's not the only trophy that was stolen.
I thought you were going to do a
Really?
joke. The English stole it.
No,
And
Well,
the
they
worst
did.
part, they've got it in a museum.
no, they did. The English did steal
On a
it.
crown.
The Jules Rimet trophy. It was the
what?
old FIFA World Cup trophy.
Jules
Yeah, so there was a World Cup in England, 1966, where it was held in England. And at the time, England was dubbed, to win the World Cup because they had a great team and blah, blah, blah.
every year.
And
they have a
then,
good team.
every year. And then it was on display before the World Cup in 1966. And then a couple of days after the display, it vanished. It vanished. And guards were clueless and they said, nothing went wrong and the securities were all, tip-top and blah, blah, blah. But the cup got stolen. And then England became the laughing stock of the world because...
Still are.
Still are when it comes to football.
North Macedonia. Macedonia.
Macedonia.
The nut.
Macadamia.
Macadamia.
You didn't even get the name of the nut right.
North Macedonia. But yeah, so a Brazilian official said it will never happen in Brazil because even the robbers and the gangsters, they love him. They support soccer and they love it. So they will never ever do it. But then in comes Pickles, the hero of the day, Pickles. So on March 27th of 1966, a man named David Corbett took his dog Pickles for a walk in South London.
As one does.
As one does, just chilling and walking with your dog
Pickles
Pickles.
got to get that exercise.
And Corbett said the package was just laying there, wrapped in newspaper, and Pickles went to go sniff it out. And it happened to be the World Cup. England later went on to win their first and only World Cup to date. And maybe they needed to get it stolen again just for them to win another World Cup.
Hey, yo.
But wait, I thought the story ends.
There's another twist in the pickle
There's
tail.
more. The trophy was stolen again. Guess where?
Where?
Brazil.
The lying.
But because Brazil won it 3 times, I think the rule back then was if they won the World Cup 3 times, they get to keep the trophy.
Sure.
So,
No take-backs.
yeah, so FIFA had permanently given Brazil the Jules Rimet trophy following the third success in the World Cup finals in 1970. And yeah, the it's gone. It's yet to be recovered. And it's believed to have been melted into gold bars.
Wow.
It's a beautiful trophy.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful. I never even seen this Jules Rimet
it's a
thing.
That
ugly
is
trophy.
really beautiful.
I think it's pretty. It's no current one. I think the FIFA World Cup trophy, the current iteration, is the most iconic trophy in the world.
Do you think it's the best looking trophy though? Like all of sports.
My favorite trophy is Wimbledon because it's got a
Yo.
pineapple on top.
Does it?
Just because.
Is it?
For what reason? Who knows?
Yeah. That
Have you
makes
not seen the
no
Wimbledon
sense.
pineapple?
No.
It's a big thing. It's my
I
next
really
tattoo.
like the FIFA World Cup trophy. What is
Wimbledon
it?
trophy.
You'll see right at the top of the cup is a pineapple. There it is.
Tropical.
Oh, my
There
word.
it is.
That's pretty
There's a
cute.
pineapple.
I never knew that.
Delish.
That is a nice cup.
What do you think is the best? Oh, you like the...
The FIFA one,
The
yeah.
FIFA one.
The new one.
The Webb Ellis is quite similar to
I like
Wimbledon.
the Webb. Yeah, I like the Webb Ellis. I think it's just a prestigious, cup and trophy to have.
You know what's not a good competition to win man of the match in is AFCON hockey. The man of the match gets chocolates. I mean,
Cadbury.
no name. Just a red packet there.
No way.
Like the tournament director's wife, makes them. Or the little fudge packets.
You joking? Seriously?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. I mean, I thought we had reached lows when we were giving out gigs of data.
I did see
Turns
that.
out
To
that,
international players.
Turns out-
Come data.
jeez, I'd take that 3 gigs.
Here's 5
that
gigs.
bundle over a bundle of chockies.
Yeah.
Come on, these are high level sports people. But it's time to move into South African news.
What's going on in South Africa?
Not
Tell us,
much.
Chloe.
Not much.
Not much. Just the usual deliverance.
Well, I registered to vote on the weekend. Did you? I've seen on everybody's stories. I feel like it's such a virtue signaling.
Okay.
Like everybody's like they're putting their links in the Instagram stories. They're like, remember to register.
I think that's good though. That's a good flex.
Yeah.
You
that's
registered
true.
to vote.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
good.
mind that. Or
That's like
people-
the best form of peer pressure. It's
Yeah.
like, all my friends have registered to
You
vote.
must
I
vote,
should too.
yeah.
When is the registration end?
So I think this weekend was a slot, and then they're doing it again in
Okay,
a couple. But you can also register online, so
Okay,
you don't.
Have you never voted?
No, I have. But I haven't registered this week because I was at Daisy.
So
No, you don't have to
only
register
have to
again, only if you
register
move.
if you move. So I moved, so I had to register in my new
Oh,
district.
then I'm fine.
Yeah, so if you've voted in national elections and you still live in the same
Oh, sweet.
place,
I thought
you're
I
fine.
need to go,
Don't
to that tour.
Imagine how few people would vote if every time
You
you
had to
voted you had to register.
No, that would be insane.
The party, it would be 10 votes, 3 to the ANC.
So if you move, like obviously a house and stuff, then you have to re-register.
yeah. So I used to live in Rondebosch,
Okay.
and so I would vote in Rondebosch. But now I live in town.
I see.
So I mean, I could go to Rondebosch to vote, or just be like a
It's a
bit of
voting
mission.
station.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I understand. Makes sense.
I found it interesting though. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, young people never vote. Young people aren't registering." Young people led registration this year. 560,000 plus new voters in South Africa's registration drive. The youth of South Africa dominated the recent voter registration. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, here's some bad news for you. Political analyst Tessa Dooms, sounds like a fake name, from News24 wrote, there are 14 million unregistered young people in this country. The last election, the ANC only got 10 million votes. If those 14 million young people showed up and voted for a party, they could unseat the ANC. Obviously,
Wow.
that's an opinion-based piece because they're punting, removing the ANC. You might love the ANC. You might also like, I don't know, whatever. But
yeah, people should.
that's pretty damning in terms
Yeah.
of the amount of people there.
Yeah.
I always say that
voting.
if you don't vote, you can't complain.
Yeah, I completely agree with
So
that.
if you have an opportunity to change things, even though you might think my one vote won't do much justice, which probably could be true, but I feel like if you don't vote and use your voice, then you can't say, this government, that, blah, blah, blah. You can't.
It's very interesting because you always hear different opinions on this, and like pretty well thought out ones. Like a lot of older people, who grew up in apartheid or experienced apartheid, they say, "How can you not vote? We weren't allowed to vote. You scorning an opportunity. You didn't know how hard we fought for this or what we had to live through." But other people, other school of thoughts, are saying, "This is my vote. This is me saying, fuck you all."
That's a dumb thing
Or
to do.
people go and spoil their ballot.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
So they go and vote,
Yeah.
but they ruin the ballot so then that they still have to read out that no one was voted for.
Yeah.
That for me is the dumbest one. Rather just don't
you're just
vote.
wasting your
Yeah.
time.
You're wasting my time. Why am I standing behind you for you to go scribble "fuck off" ANC and draw a penis?
Also, can I just say, when you are voting,
Don't vote,
I
rather just
feel
don't.
like you're meant to let the elderly go in front of you or whatever. Fair enough, totally understand that.
But what if you've done legs at gym?
True, but some people be abusing the system. Like, I don't feel like 60 is that old, really. Like, I think that 60-year-olds still do marathons. There are some 60-year-olds that go, "Oh, sorry, grey hair. And they go all the way to the front. I'm like, you could completely stand in line.
Old people, the worst of the bunch.
I'm
like
not
them.
saying that.
I've only let them go to the
Yeah.
front.
Yeah.
They're going to vote for the DA anyway. Let them
And
through.
then Australia.
What's happening?
What's happening in Australia?
We're voting for Australia or we're moving?
No, Australia won the Cricket World Cup.
Oh,
How crazy is that?
boo.
I wanted them to beat India, I won't lie.
You did?
As much as I hate Australia, I felt like they deserved it.
Yeah.
India, I was actually speaking to one of my
Indian
good
friends.
No, one of my good friends, Les Ryan, if you know him. But he said that every team needs or is due a slip up in the tournament. And Australia got their slip up early in the tournament, and India was just bucking teams like it's no tomorrow. And to slip up in the finals, you're not the best.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you deserve to lose.
It just would have been
Australia
so
outplayed
cool.
them, yeah. But it was Mr. Big Dick Pat Cummins winning the toss and choosing to bowl. That was crazy time.
Yeah.
And it paid.
How much did Travis Head make? Left before they finished the game?
137, 134.
What an innings.
I've never watched an innings like that where for his first 20 balls, he couldn't be further away from hitting the ball.
Yeah.
He looked like a third league club player out there playing against Boomer and the gang. And then he just turned into a world beater from ball 30 on. It was amazing.
I thought the spin twins, I think that's what they dubbed
Jadeja and Yadav, yeah.
I thought they were going to spin the living daylights out of Australia.
Yeah, so the technical aspect is that they said in India, when the dew sets in, the wicket
becomes slower.
No, wicket becomes faster. So ball comes onto the bat.
Easier.
There's dew, so it's quite hard to grip. You've got spinners need a lot of grip on the ball. So, and then the Indian commentators were like, being like, oh, this is all condition based. You made the conditions.
Yeah, it's your home.
Yeah, and you've smacked teams based on the conditions. So you messed up. It was quite sad seeing Sharma cry, Rohit cry at the end.
Man.
But he was just hungry, the big man.
It's sport. So Australia win their 6th World Cup, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Do you think they're the Springboks of cricket, Chloe? If they won the most, World Cups in cricket?
I guess people are saying that, but no one's the Springboks.
I think they're the Springboks of cricket. Because I also don't think we're necessarily the best best rugby team.
We
just find a way to win.
Yes.
Therefore we are.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I'm saying like India were objectively the best team.
Okay.
Ireland, you could say, were probably the best team in the calendar year or whatever it is.
Okay.
But they can't get it done.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And the Proteas are Ireland.
Yeah.
Because
we have that monkey on our backs.
We smashed everyone. Ireland haven't progressed into a final.
Into a semi-final.
That's just crazy time. But I saw the best tweet ever from Joke Peralta. I mean, first of all,
what a name.
What a name. But he says, Bavuma putting up numbers like lighties before they switch to math lit. 23, 11, 24, 28, 16, 35, a brief improvement, and then 8. And that 8 is when you make the switch. Obviously, I read that in just random order. But, oh boy.
Those are not good numbers.
No, but the Bavuma hate I absolutely deplore. And I think South African supporters, honestly, one of the most toxic fan bases in the world.
We are.
When it works, wow, we're the best. When it doesn't, fuck everyone. And, that's racist country. Oh, I hate it. You're never going to remove a captain of a side in a tournament.
Yeah.
If you that's just crazy time.
Yeah.
You can't compare it to Andre Pollard replacing Marnie Lebok. It's not the same thing. It just isn't. So
like I said before,
I felt like a rant. I haven't had a rant in a while.
Like I said before, I think Bavuma gets unnecessary hate. But the hate that he has received just because of his performance, I feel like it's valid and it's justified. Just because of his numbers that he's putting up, because cricket's mainly a stats-based sport. So if you influence the game, you need to influence the game with numbers.
But I love him, and I don't think any of the hate is warranted. I disagree with Jaden.
Who cares?
No, I just feel like it's like anything. Like it's so much easier to hate on stuff than support it. So
I agree.
We're like worse than Real Madrid fans because we're only happy if we're winning. I mean, I think Rory Kleinfeldt, Cape Cobra's legend. I think he played a bit for the Proteas as well, but was a Cape Cobra stalwart. He said like he views the semi as an improvement because we were knocked out in the quarters last time, or we didn't make group stage, something like and that's true. But no one thinks like that. We all just want to shout at people because your lives suck. So you see people doing maybe something you'd like to do, and
I agree,
and shout at them. No, you said you disagreed, and you said
no.
So I'm done with you.
No, I agree with. It's easier to hate than to.
Oh, so now your voice works. Now there's no crackle pop.
Look at this guy. But like Anna said, no one wants to see you do better than them.
Who cares?
Yeah.
I care. I love it, Anna.
And that's enough from the Left Back Sports podcast.
Yeah, this is why it failed.
Because we agree.
On to some overrated, underrated. I'm going to ask the first one to Sam.
Well, no, everyone's going to do it because we all saw it, and we're going to see who agrees, who disagrees, per chance.
Okay.
And we're going to boo the person who's the odd one out.
Losers.
Okay. Overrated or underrated, Curly?
Underrated.
Underrated.
Ooh.
Greatest of all time. You just spoke about cricket being about numbers.
That's what I'm saying.
So I want you to keep that energy.
So for tests, I'll say he's not the greatest there yet.
Okay.
But for ODIs, he's He's sitting alone at the top of the mountain.
But across the board, he's the greatest of all time. Better. Across T20, I'm talking about across the board, he's the best.
I'll take your guys' word for it. I literally couldn't say anything about it. Okay. Overrated or underrated, Zamas?
Perfectly rated.
I'd say overrated. They're spending way too much money on KFC.
KFC and prostitutes.
1,000 rand for streetwise too.
No,
It's too much. It's not that good.
The game.
Yeah, the prostitute's like, I'm 20 times this. So,
what do you say, Chloe?
I'd say underrated. I think not enough people know about what's going on literally under their feet.
Okay. Is Leonardo DiCaprio overrated or underrated?
Overrated as fuck.
Okay, why?
Underrated.
He's just like gross. Like he only dates 25-year-olds.
My
His
boy.
acting is definitely perfectly rated, but I just feel like who he is as a person puts him to overrated.
Do you know he has never won an Oscar?
Yes.
Oh, just testing you guys.
Loser.
For Blood Diamond. Just joking. It was for
What do
the
you think Leo
Revenant.
is? Under, over?
I love DiCaprio.
I love him.
Underrated.
Underrated.
I think the best part is he
Overrated.
dates 25-year-olds.
The minute they turn 26, and you're out.
No, all seriousness, he seems like a creepy dude.
Yeah.
When you see
Forced to the hat.
when you see those like
And the
videos
yachts.
of him, and he's always like on dwellies, and
Nah.
but the boy can act.
Using public toilets from my days' experience. Over or under?
Overrated.
At Daisy's, Sisa.
No, I'm just saying. Because
No.
there was public toilets at Daisy.
Public toilets are underrated. I feel you can abuse a public toilet in ways you can't do at your house.
Brandy and Coke. Underrated, overrated?
Perfectly rated. Absolutely love it.
Underrated if you want to get in a fight. Overrated if you want to wake up the next day
Okay.
without a headache.
fair.
So but a beloved South African drink. Only drunk really in the World Cup.
Clippers and Coke.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Cool, man.
Well, he's tired.
Time to eat. Thank you guys for joining us on this episode 69 of
69.
Kizzy Toastum Times. Remember to Samuel. Remember to use the pre-order form down below to get your KETS activewear. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you for episode 70 next week.
We will.
Bye.
Tell them about the merch. Sorry, I should have the merch. Please.
Bye.
Bye.